As a car enthusiast, modifying cars is one of the main reasons why we buy cars, but the real joy comes from driving them. It's definitely not fixing them when they break.
Because it was dripping from there and then making its way to its lowest point.
So we're taking my Subaru, this Ford Focus RS, and this 335 IS from Michigan to Tennessee to drive the most iconic and arguably most dangerous road in America.
Oh crap. 5-0.
The Tail of the Dragon. It is 8 a.m. and we are on our way to the Tail of the Dragon. We left this morning at like 6 and there was still ice and snow on the ground, and it's not good for the high performance tires. We've got another 2.5-ish hours until we get to about mid-Ohio, where it's gonna be warmer into the mid-40s, which are gonna be okay for the tires, which is what we need right now. So right now we're just gonna lay back, relax, and enjoy cornfields. On the trip down alongside my STI, we're bringing a BMW 335 IS piloted by Brendan and Byron, and a Ford Focus RS piloted by Tristan and Angie. But we'll be meeting up with more people at our first destination in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we've made it through boring Ohio and we're going up and down in Kentucky, but we're still a little bored, so I've got a little bit of Tail of the Dragon trivia, and there is no prize, even though I told them there was a prize. There is no prize. All right, y'all ready?
Bald eagle's sleeping right now.
Bald eagle?
How many miles is the Tail of the Dragon?
11.
Angie.
No, I'm not. I know this. There's 313 turns.
What's the next one? Brendan, how many states does the Tail of the Dragon touch?
2.
Which states are they?
2? What? 2 states the Tail of the Dragon touches?
Tennessee and North Carolina.
Tennessee and North Carolina.
You said 7?
What's the speed limit on the Tail of the Dragon?
35.
35.
Nope, it's whatever you want it to be.
100.
Can you pass on the Tail of the Dragon?
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
I'll allow it. You do not cross the mustard yellow. What is the best direction to drive the Tail of the Dragon?
Oh.
From Tennessee to North Carolina.
From Tennessee to North Carolina.
East.
Wait, what direction is that though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Southeast.
Oh.
No, can do partner.
Northbound is safer because apparently the switchbacks, the cliffs are on the outside, not the inside, so it's safer to go northbound.
Then we'll be going northbound.
All right, last question, and there's a prize associated with this at the next gas station.
Is it Red Bull?
How many curves are on the Tail of the Dragon?
113.
313.
How many, say that again?
318.
Wait, what?
318.
318.
Yeah, that's right. Wait, how many was it? 300 and what?
313.
18.
Oh, I think Brendan got it.
You're fucking smart, dude.
I'm fucking smart, dude.
Tristan said 313, I believe, yeah?
How many turns are in Tail of the Dragon? Oh, 318. I was wrong. I thought it was 313.
After over 600 miles and 9 hours of driving, we finally made it to our first destination, where we'd be able to put our driving skills to the ultimate test on a fully built out sim rig.
A Fanatec steering wheel, direct drive. This is
What's the force feedback? What's how high?
20 newton meters for this.
Does VR work for it?
Yes. So we have a 5 Pro 2.
This stuff makes me nauseous.
Well, there's certain things you got to know about those.
All right, so you downloaded the Tail of the Dragon. What game is it?
So a set of Corsa. I use Content Manager to run these and set them up. Go back to drive. This is the car you selected. You want Laguna Seca.
Oh, let's do Tail of the Dragon. We're going there tomorrow, so I want to get some hot laps on that.
So
There's a pit guy. He's just chilling there at the front.
yeah, I mean, So this is at the base of Tail of the Dragon, right? These are
This is North Carolina side, right?
These are the buildings that are down at Tail of the Dragon. So directly behind us is where they sell the stuff, right?
Okay.
Tail of the Dragon. So the Dragon, it's called the Dragon.
Right.
And at the tail of the dragon is where Killboy,
The photographer
where they
guy,
do the photography.
the mustard yellow cutters.
So
yeah.
when you're going through, make sure you stage your cars far apart. You might get stuck behind a car. One of the best things you can do is just give them a little bit of space, as much as you can without blocking traffic. You wait till the cars are behind, car pulls up behind you, and then you can go. And I'm not skidding or anything. I am taking it easy. Oh shit!
Short.
So let's make adjustments, right?
Actually,
your knees are pretty bent.
Oh, that's better. That's way better. Yeah, right there. While the sim rig is not a true representation of the tail of the dragon, it does give me a good sense of what to expect going out there, so I can feel prepared. One issue I found when doing a full end-to-end run was there's no true sense of depth. To get more depth would be to use VR, however, typically when I've used VR in the past, I've gotten nauseous from it. However, with this setup, there is a certain way to measure your eyes to make sure that doesn't happen.
It's really chewy. Yeah, PD. Pupillary distance is the distance between the centers of your eyes or pupils measured in millimeters.
All right, let's
So that's what we're doing. Eyeball. I'll close one eye so I'm not crossing image. And I'll measure the left side of my right eye, looking directly at my right eye. So there it is, 67.
So left eye, like the middle of it?
I do the left of my pupil and then measure the left of
Like
my
the middle of
other
the pupil?
No, I usually do the edge of the pupil,
Like the outside edge or the inside edge?
outside left side,
Oh, dang.
and then measure to the inside of the other one.
Close that eye. Inside? I see.
Yep.
56. Cool. By setting the VR headset to my pupillary distance of 56, it reduces the chances of VR-induced headaches, eye strain, and nausea. And it definitely made a difference. I was able to do the whole run end-to-end without feeling any type of sickness. We made our way to our Airbnb spot, but before so, we had to stop off, give the cars a quick wash, and commit the ultimate sin of washing your cars, if you know what I mean. And then we made our way to Gatlinburg, Tennessee for a day of hanging out and relaxing and enjoying the time before we hit the tail. There was also one final touch of just giving those tires a nice shine. One unique spot that we just happened to run into was the Stars Cars Hollywood Museum, which had the original GTR that Paul Walker drove in the 2 Fast and Furious movie, and also one of the original Eclipses from the first movie, which I could totally see myself building one of these. Let me know what you think down in the comments. The way back is when things started to turn for the bad. After hitting the back roads, we noticed there was a little bit of a problem with one of the cars.
We stop at a gas station, we fill the car up all the way with gas, hit these back roads through Sevierville on the way back to the cabin, had a bunch of weight in the car bottomed out like 4 or 5 times. Anyways, we get back to the cabin is parked on a hill, and park the car on a slant, we unload everything, no one smells fuel. So the car I took was a 2012 BMW 335 IS. It's got the DCT transmission and it's very modified. So I was expecting to run into problems at one point or another. So to get the car on flat ground, we need to put the car in neutral, but the car is a dual clutch transmission.
From like yeah, it should just come up. Honestly.
We called my friend Camry and he worked tech support from home.
Put an Allen key in there, rotate car.
This is reality. He just filled up.
Like a spring.
I
think I might have pushed past the hard part. And the gauge cluster DC, that's a neutral.
No. Told us that it's a 5 30 seconds analog key. You turn it counterclockwise until it clicks once. That's how you get the dual clutch to the neutral.
Did you fill it up when you filled it up? Like
Tristan pumped the gas, and we like walked away. I don't know when it stopped.
Yeah, it was.
and then did you keep going a little bit, get a little extra?
He was the one doing it.
Little red button.
Do you know what this red button does? All right, so it's still in gear. We gotta like I don't know. It blinked and said that we could move it, but all right, we got neutral. So we get the car into neutral and we back it up down the hill. It's probably 150 yards away from the nearest flat spot, which is in front of somebody else's Airbnb. No power steering, no brakes. The car was off. It's really sketchy.
Use the fire extinguisher.
You don't have a jack or anything in here? No. I thought we were rolling with you and you had all the tools and jacks.
Yeah,
That's all freaking funny shit.
We get the car up on the ramps, jack it up, and when we get under there, we don't see any fuel. Am I good to get out?
Front of the car.
Oh, that was only because it was dripping from there
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then making
It was on
its
that
way to
hill.
its lowest point. I'm not seeing it anymore.
Oh!
But you're also on an incline of like 30 degrees.
It would not leak that much.
One of the codes that I get all the time is a fuel pressure after engine stop. I always just clear it, you know, because I've been doing it for like a year, but that maybe it's related. Our theory is that the car was leaking from the overflow reservoir in the fuel cell, just because we had just filled it up and it was probably on like a 15-degree slant with the gas side down.
As it turns out, the extreme hill degree and having a full tank of gas all leaning to one side caused it to leak out like a faucet. After parking on the opposite side, the leak had gone away and the trip was still a go. With a 2-hour drive ahead of us, we wake up bright and early and leave at no later than 8 a.m. And then it's time for the drive that we've been waiting for.
Oh, cops.
5-0.
Over 12 hours and hundreds of miles of driving, we finally got to make our first run. And as we got started, we took it easy a little bit, but that didn't last long. It took us several miles until we hit some actual traffic, but thankfully they saw us and they pulled over on the shoulder and let us pass. We've just finished the first run of Tail of the Dragon, and honestly, I am extremely impressed. This road was absolutely fantastic. 318 turns, I think it was. It's like 11 miles. You definitely start to feel the G-forces like in your face as you hit the switchbacks and the corners. We were definitely squealing the tires a little bit. They were getting heated up. We have a guest on the trip who brought a Chevy Z06 Corvette, and I was following him, and that's actually a mistake because he has super sticky tires, and it was shooting up rocks and it was shooting up sticks. I definitely took a tree branch to the windshield at one point, a small one, and there's a dent in my carbon fiber grill now. It's definitely got a rock chip, but extremely impressed after the first run. We've got all day of this, so I was getting nauseous. I'm not sure how many more runs I'll actually be able to do. So run 2 coming up, and hopefully everything's okay. After the first run, we decided to grab some lunch where a local recommended we explore the area a bit, and we took a side quest to Fontana Dam. Honestly, these roads were almost better to drive. They were much more technical and provided a real test for our driving skills. But no matter how good of a driver you are, driving safely and within your ability at all times on these roads is critical. I present to you the Wall of Woe. So the Wall of Woe, this is everyone that has crashed, and there used to be semis that were allowed on top of it, but they changed the law after there was tons of crashes, and there's a monument that stands for all of the bikers and the cars that have basically crashed. The Tail of the Dragon isn't to be taken lightly. There are accidents all the time on this road, and even though we'd all like to think we're Scott Speed when they shut down the road for a Subaru rally run, the road is public for everyone and not the place to be setting time attack records. Or you could take the prestigious honor of being inducted into the Tail of the Dragon Tree of Shame, a tribute to all the vehicles that have crashed on this famous strip of asphalt. Now back to your regular scheduled programming. Was driving hundreds of miles worth it just to drive this 11-mile stretch of road? I'll let this speak for itself. Yes, this trip was 100% worth it. The STI drove fantastic. I put new Falcon Azenas 510s on it and they were super grippy around the corners. They felt really good. They were definitely more grippy than my OEM tires, which I'm glad I got rid of those because they were on their last leg. So I will be running these tires for the rest of the season. And there's only one question left.
Where do you think we should go next?
I can't get the sticker off. Can you help me get the sticker?
But those nails need some work. Holy cow.
I got it. All right, where's it at?
Right here. Here's one. There's one over here.
This is a better spot.
How do you know there's several of them, Nolan?
Give me more stickers.
Gimme got shot.
Give me guys that.